Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble this cute sloth applique pattern. Here's how to make it. Okay, this is the video showing how to assemble the sloth pattern if you are not using a light box. So I've got my block here already quilted to the batting. I don't use a backing on it for the quilt as you go method that I use, but you can use any method you like. I've got all of my pieces prepped and ready to go. So what that means is I've printed the pieces out on the paper side of paper-backed fusible adhesive. You can also print it onto regular paper and then trace, but I'm lazy and I don't like to trace. So I printed on the paper side. I use Heat and Bond Light for all of my quilts. I roughly cut it out. I leave a little bit extra on it, then fuse it to the wrong side of my fabric, and then I do a nice clean cut right on the solid line. So you'll also notice there are some dotted lines in here. Those are placement guides. Those are showing you where other applique pieces are going to sit on top. And you'll want to transfer those to the fabric side of the piece. Just hold them up to a window and you'll be able to see those lines very clearly through the fabric and just trace them. I just used a pencil here because this is a very light colored fabric. I use a chalk if it shows up, a pencil if chalk is too light. And for the stitching lines, which are the eyelashes here, which are optional, and also the smile, for those I just use a regular felt tip Sharpie. It's okay, let me show it to you, just a fine tip Sharpie. It's okay that that is a permanent pen because I'm going to stitch over it with black thread and you will never see that marker line again. So once I've got those lines transferred, I am ready to start. So we're going to start with the head piece, and I'm going to line that up, peel the paper backing off, and I am going to line that up with the cut edge at the bottom of my block. So I've designed this one what I call snapshot style. So I want it to look like I have snapped a photo of a sloth and I've zoomed way in on the face. So it has a body, it's just not showing up in the picture. So in order to get that illusion, you line those cut edges up at the bottom of the block, and then when you sew all your blocks together, that edge will be hidden in your seam allowance and you'll get that look. So that one's in place. Now we're going to peel the paper off of the face. And we're going to position that right over here, and I'm going to use that placement guide. Once I've got those chalk lines covered all the way around, I know I've got a good amount of overlap and I can safely launder this quilt after it's all finished. All right, now I have some eye patches. I've already peeled the paper pieces off of these, but you'll need to peel the paper off the back and then just position them where our guides show us. And actually, since this one I am using the eyelashes, I'm using those as a guide to line up. I want to make sure that my eyelashes on the dark spot are lined up with where they extend into the face. That is actually more important than any other thing because you want those to be just continuous little curved lines. All right, and now we're going to put the eyes in place. And then the nose. All right, I'm going to make sure I've got everything exactly lined up. Then I'm going to take it over to my ironing board and fuse everything in place. Just follow the directions on whatever brand of fusible adhesive you are using. Then I will take it over to my sewing machine and do all the outline stitching so that it can be safely washed. And then I will bring it back here and show you the finished sloth and also show you a couple of other color versions that I made. All right, here is one of my finished sloth blocks, all outlined, and I added a couple of catch lights to the eyes. I just like to use a dot of fabric paint for that. It really brings them to life, but I do have a post that shows you a couple of different ways you can do it if you don't want to use fabric paint. But here are a couple more versions I have in different colors. So here is a silly sloth in kind of realistic shades of brown on a bright red background. And then I did one more very different looking sloth. This one is all in shades of gray. I'm actually going to use this one. I'm going to add a little party hat to him to show what the hats pattern, what kinds of blocks you can make with the hats pattern. So here he is, though, just plain shades of gray. So all cute, all very silly, all very happy smiles. And that is the Sloths pattern that is available at shinyhappyworld.com. I'm Wendy, and I will see you next time.